Yeah, hello everyone. I greet you. This is just a try and make it as quick as possible. Okay, a tutorial on how you can combine AI with Photoshop to create, really amazing images. In this case, we want to create an inspirational image, an image that expresses the essence of this message, which says, teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. All right. And first and foremost, we have to have the idea in mind. Like, what do we want our image to look like? How do we want to express this message now? And what comes to mind is you know in numbering one's days, you have to know the season of your life, every season of your life, and what you are expected to plan for in order to achieve what you need to achieve in a particular season of your life. So maybe at age 10, or at from age 8 to 5 to 10, there's a particular thing you should achieve. From 10 to 18, there's something you should achieve. From 18 to 25, something to achieve, and what have you. Okay, so that idea has to be clear in your mind. So there's an idea that is clear in my mind, which is I want to use the female folk to express it. Okay, so we want to start from the teenager stage of the female's life. Okay, so we want to try and express this scripture in the light of the teenager. First and foremost, we have to capture the teenager planning for her job life while imagining herself, you know, in the company of her dreams. Okay, so maybe a teenager in her high school or university, planning for her job life, okay, while imagining herself in the company. And from there, we also do the one for, you know, um, planning for her marriage while imagining herself married. That's another season of a female's life. Then we do the other one for planning, a married woman planning for her children while imagining herself with her children. And finally, we do the one of a woman in her 30s planning for her business while imagining herself owning her supermarket. So we are just using a case study of a lady, okay, as she progresses in, you know, her the active seasons of her life. So having had that in mind, now this is where AI now comes in. Okay, it's so helpful because it helps us facilitate the creation process. So we need to just go to your web browser, okay, and there's this free AI image creator called um, Binge Image Creator from Microsoft. All right, it's a free one. It's not like Midjourney where you have to pay to create really good images. Okay, so all you need to do is just to sign up to a Microsoft Outlook account. Is as easy as signing up for a Gmail account. It's very straightforward. All you need to just sign up for it. Okay, you can, if you are not sure how to do it, you can just go to YouTube and quickly search for how to sign up to a Microsoft Outlook account. You need to have an Outlook account. Okay, then you go to this website. Okay, you can go to your um browser and just type www.bing.com/create. Okay, this is what you type into your website to go to the image create generator, Bing image generator, and it brings you here. All right, so once it brings you here, I'm already logged in. Okay, for you to create an image, you have to log in, and to log in is just simply to insert your Outlook email address and password. That's all, and you are in. All right, So having done that, this was exactly what I did here. Okay, so I just went ahead to type in the prompt, the very effective prompts that I needed to type in to bring the kind of image that I wanted. All right, and the prompt was hyper realistic image of young black teenager. You have to, construct the prompt very well, so that you get the best results. Okay, so for this case, since my audience were majorly Africans and blacks, okay, I just felt maybe I should use, you know a black female in this case. Okay, so the prompt was hyper realistic image of young black teenager in her high school planning for her job life while imagining herself in the company of her dreams. Okay, and when I type this in, I just left click on create, and it brought this um really beautiful options. Okay, but the one I really liked the best was this one. You get, this one is really beautiful too. Although the career nature, the what she's imagining, if we click on it, what she's imagining doesn't really look like career per se, and the face is a bit distorted. So I felt this one was really the best because it even showed that she was still in school. She looks cool like, and you can see this female here looking career like. So this was the one I used. So after you left click on the one you want, you just left click on download here, and it downloads it to your computer. Okay, so having done that, I went to the next one. Okay, and the prompt for the next one was hyper realistic image of young, okay, sorry, it was this one. Hyper realistic image of young black woman wearing normal cloth planning for her marriage while imagining herself married. So I had to put wearing normal cloth so that you won't put somebody already wearing a married this thing. Okay, so the one that really caught my attention were these two. Okay, you know um any of these two really worked for me because they were so nice. Okay, so you can see the young lady, but this one really made sense to me because it looks like she's planning while imagining, so I chose this one. Okay, so if you left click on it, you would see it very well, really beautiful, and you just download. Okay, so that's how I got the image for that one. Then the next one was what was the next one now? Yeah. So the next one was hyper realistic image of newly married black woman planning for her children while imagining herself with her children. Okay. So these are the options that they brought. Okay. This one is really off it. This one is nice anyway. It's quite nice. Okay, but I just felt this one was the best. Okay, and it even looked like the previous image of the other person. This one is distorted. You can see that the it looks so strange. See baby here, and see baby on the man's hand. I don't know, it looks strange. So this one was like the best option. So this was the one I picked. Okay, that she's planning for her kids. Okay, so the final one I used was this one, which says hyperrealist image of young black woman in her late 30s planning for her business while imagining herself owning her mega supermarket. Okay, so this was the one I picked. All right, this was the one I picked because it looked really nice. And I wanted to give it a different perspective because the design on Photoshop is like going to be like a four square collage. Okay, so the perspective will be this perspective. Going this other way was quite cool for me, so this was the one I chose. Okay, so this sorts out the part of using AI to generate your images. So having done this, we can now go to starting up our Photoshop, right? Starting up our Photoshop, okay, and begin to flesh out the design for the message. So let's go to create new. Of course, we are designing for Instagram in this case, so 1080 by 1080 will do. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to change our background to something like blue, because we have a in this case I'm designing for my ministry. Okay, so there's a um color scheme that we follow, which is largely, you know, navy blue and gold. So I just want to change the color with color overlay to something like navy blue. Okay, something like dark blue, maybe something of this nature. Yeah, something like this. Then press OK. Press OK. Okay. So first things first, I need to start inserting the images. All right. So all I need to do now is there are several ways I can do this. I can go to file, go to open. Okay, then go to my downloads where all of those images have been downloaded. I'll go ahead and change this to, I think I want this to extra large icon so I can see how they look ahead. So I can now begin to select my pictures. If I want to select multiple, I left click on one, hold down control and left click the others. Okay, so just left click the others like this. What of the married, what of the married, um I can't see the image of the married person. So just press open. Okay, okay, it opens them up. I even wanted to import them. Okay, there's another faster way to import anyway, but this is one of the ways. I think for the married person, I don't think I've downloaded it yet, so let me just do it now. Let me download. So the other way I wanted to talk about, which we can use to quickly just um get it to Photoshop, is go to where you downloaded your image, left click and drag and come to Photoshop. No, I don't want to be here. Yes, and come to where you want to place it. All right, so you press enter. So for these other images, let's just move them into the workspace where we want to place them. So place it here, come here, close this. We don't want to save it. And come to this one, unlock it by left clicking here, then making sure you are on the move tool, left click and drag, then move it here, then come here, close, then come to this one, make sure you unlock it first, then move it and put it here. Okay, so you come here, close, no. All right, so having done this, we can now go ahead and okay, let's try and arrange them in to fit each other. Okay, so that when we are reducing them, it will be it will be the same. So I'm just arranging them in the right order. So for these three that are exactly the same size, I'll just select the three of them at once. Okay, so left click on one, hold down shift and left click on the last one to select all of them in between. Okay, then control T to transform, then go to the edge of the node, alt shift. Okay, hold down alt then shift, then left click and drag it downwards to reduce all the four corners at the same time. All right, so let's just see, let's see, I want to be sure that the four corners will fill in I want to see that the four corners will fill in the, let me press enter. Okay, so I want to move one of them now and see whether, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Yes, so it's very good. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so yes, reducing it to this level is okay. Let me use this because I want the four corners to be filled up. Okay, so for this one that is not really the same, we can now bring it here. Okay, Control T, Alt Shift, and reduce it to fit these ones. All right, so starting from the smallest, from the youngest of age of the person, so we can now like okay, this first person as she is okay. So the second one is young woman in her marriage. Okay, so the marriage one, you select the marriage one from the layer, left click to move it this way. Okay, so that's the marriage one. Okay, then the next one is the married one. Okay, no, it's not the married one actually. Is the one planning for her marriage. The marriage one is supposed to be here, that's planning for her kids, but the one planning for marriage, we select it and just move it here. All right, then finally the career one, we select it and just move it. Sorry, we select it and just move it here. All right, so yeah, so you can see that we've placed it. Okay, so this is awesome. All right, so we can see the different sections. So having done this now, we will need to like place an overlay over all these pictures. All right, so that the text that we put in between, in the center, would really pop up, pop out. You understand, to be very visible. And for us to be able to do this, we can just go to making sure you're on top, the topmost layer. You can just go to this adjustment layer here, I believe. Yes, adjustment layer, and we can choose which one do we choose now? Yes, solid color, if I'm not mistaken. Solid color. Okay, if we choose solid color, it just puts a color over it. Okay, a solid color over it. We can make it blue too. Okay, and in that solid color, we can now decide to reduce the opacity. Okay, reduce the opacity to something like this. Okay, okay, reduce the opacity to something like this, so that it's kind of is a bit blurred in it. I mean, it fades the pictures, but in a certain way it reveals them. Okay, so that they see beyond the text to the to how the pictures are explaining what the text is about. You understand? I'm still having a plan, okay, to kind of fade, to kind of blur out the edges of each of these images, but maybe later. Let's just keep working. So making sure you're on top this color field. Okay, we can just choose the text tool. Okay, left click on the text tool or just type, press T. Then we can now decide to write um the text. Okay, so we type so we go ahead and okay, let's delete this first, because I want the text to be in a particular space of box. So I left click and drag. So I want it to be somewhere around this box I'm drawing now. Yes, I want the text to fill there. you know, somewhere around here. Okay, so now I can now type teach us to number our days so that we apply our hearts to wisdom. Okay, so control A to select everything. Then I think I want to use, should I use copper plate? No, no, no. I've always liked copper plate. I don't know why. Let me use headlines, okay? A font called headlines. It's very good for headlines. So let me change the size of this to like 72 and see. I think I want it to be a bit bigger. So let me see, um 85. Okay. Now you can see it's very clubbed up. So you go to the option for character. Okay. You can make this, if it's not showing here in your Photoshop, you can just go to, I believe, Windows. You see character here and left click. Okay. Once you left click on it, it shows up here. So having done this, we want to change the line spacing, because you can see that the line spacing is too small. Let's change it to something like 70 and see. Press enter. Wow, that was spot on. Okay, cool, cool, man, cool, cool. Okay, so having changed it to something like 70, I want to change the text to white. Yeah, so I don't know if I want this. I think, okay, I think it's too, let's change it to maybe 90. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, I don't know. I think I want to reduce the text a bit to like 80. Okay, sorry, I was not selected on the layer. Reduce the text to something like 80. Okay, I think this is cool. Maybe reduce the line spacing to something like 85 or 80. Okay, I think 85 is okay. So moving to the move tool, just bring it to something like this. Okay, bring it to something like this. Hey, man, I'm just thinking of something now. I don't want it to cover. I think I'll need to reduce this text a bit, because I don't want it to cover the, like you can see this place where the supermarket and this thing is showing. I don't want the text to cover the image. All right. So having done this, yeah. So we can now put the psalms. Okay. So Psalm 90 verse 12, right? Yeah. Psalm 90 verse 12. We'll make it smaller. Okay, so just make this like 36. Okay. I want to make this much. Hey, no. Okay, you know what? We'll make this separate from this particular text so that we can reduce the spacing. All right. So we just put it somewhere like here. Then I don't want it to be headlines, just be something simple like this. Then make it smaller, not too small, maybe, yeah, something like this. Then change it to gold, something like gold. Okay, yeah, so we have something like this. All right. Yeah. Okay. So having done this, my thought now is okay. I want to try that thing I was talking about that time. So let me minimize this and come to this image. Okay. Select this image. Um, what's the fastest way to do this now? God have mercy on my soul. Okay, so we would select the image by holding down control and left clicking on the image. You will see that this selection thing comes up. First, let me now I want to try that fading the edges. Okay, so having selected the image like this, you go to filter. Is it filter? No, select. You go to select, then go to modify, then contract. Okay, we want to contract the selection to come inside a bit. So let me try this 15 and see how it is. Okay, okay, the 15 looks okay. Wait, let me now go to select, go to transform selection. I want it to come inside a bit more, this side to come inside a bit more. So like this. Okay, so as it has come inside like this, we press enter, so the selection is inside like this. Okay, I think this was the better way to even use that transform selection. Having done this, we now press Control Shift I. Control Shift I will select everything outside. Okay, outside the image, the selected part that we did. So it's selecting everything outside. Okay, so what we now do now is we'll do a filter and we'll do a blur. Okay, we'll do a Gaussian blur. So the Gaussian blur will blur every other thing outside it. You can see what is happening. So I've just reduced the blur. Do you see the blur effect is having? If I increase it more, do you see that? So I just want to see how the blur effect is looking, whether I should reduce it. Okay, let me press OK. Let me press Ctrl D to remove the selection. Yeah, you can see that that blur is kind of cool. It's better. It's I like it. It just gives, it's not too sharp like that. You get. So I think I'll go with this. So let me just quickly do it for the rest. Okay. Then select transform selection. All right. Then shift it inside like this. Okay. Then press enter, then control shift I, select everything outside, then filter. It remembers the last Gaussian blur we did, so if you just press Gaussian blur, it will do it. Control D. Wow, nice. So select this other one too. Okay, okay, this one is still a smart object, so we must rasterize it to apply some effects on it, but I think it will still work. Let's just see. Select, transform selection. Let's bring it inward a bit. Bring this one up a bit, just a bit. Right? Okay, press enter. Then okay, sorry, Control Shift I, then filter Gaussian blur. Then we press, what the, no, no. So please let's rasterize this first. Then filter Gaussian blur. Control D. See that? Cool steez, man. Cool steez. Then we go to this one, do the same thing, select, transform selection, right? Then press enter, control shift I, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, okay, control D. Yep. So we now activate the color overlay again, activate the, yeah, okay. So we activate this, okay. I'm just kind of thinking now, I want to hide this. I want to see if I can apply another, let's see color balance first. What the, I just want to try other absolutely not, man. Control Z. I just want to try other of these options. Let me see gradient. I want to try this gradient. Let me see gradient. This gradient dey work well oh. Let's try the radial one. Exactly. You know, the radial one, putting it in radial will kind of make here, you know, Oshekeba. It will kind of make here the text side, you know, darker. You get what I mean, man? It will make the text side darker. All right. I think we should have the opportunity to increase this, to increase the scaling. Whoa, that scaling was too much. I think I have an idea, even without using this radial. I think I can just use gradient overlay. Okay, I think this one will make more sense. It's just to apply it better. Okay, but this time we'll create a new layer. Okay, instead of using this option, we'll create a new layer. Okay, um let's see, can we apply, I don't think we can apply gradient overlay to an empty layer. You can see nothing is showing. So we have to fill the layer with something. So let's just fill it with a color. Alt delete, fill it with white color here before the gradient starts to show. Okay, so we go back to gradient. Okay, then we choose, yes, we choose this gradient. We'll still remove the white color, don't worry. So having chosen this gradient, we'll choose radial. Okay, we want it reversed. Yes, we want that radial to be like that. Then we change the color to that blue color. All right, this radial is way too small. I don't like the way it's small like this. Then we press OK. Then let's see how we can expand it. Okay, to, yes, something like this. Okay, yeah, something like this. Okay, then we press OK. Then for the fill, we'll change the fill to 0. Do you see that? To remove the white this thing. Then we can now press Ctrl T and sort of increase, if we still want to increase the blueness more, just increase it more. You see, so that the blueness will fit the the stuff better. Okay, or maybe let's just reduce it a bit more. is something like this. Okay, so that at least the images can show, can still be showing better. You get, that's what I'm kind of thinking anyway, that this radar will be better. The images will still be visible, but the message will be very um uh it will be seen very well. You get, so let's see, let's compare it as it is now to how it was like this. You see that the images are more, you can see that they are more visible, they are more visible. You get, but they don't still cover, stop you from seeing the text very well. You get the idea? Okay, another thing we can do, okay, to even touch this up a bit more, okay, is to use the brush tool. This is another option we can use. Okay, use the brush tool. Okay, and just create a new layer and just press. You see that, darken here a bit more. You see that? Okay, you see that? You get, so those places that don't look too dark enough, yeah, we can just darken it a bit more. Are you getting the idea? You see, so we can still reduce the opacity a bit more, just small, so that the face will show. You see that? Wow, cool stuff. Okay, then of course we can add our, because the of course the arm is called Rema to remember. Okay, so we can add our logo to it. You see, so just add it to it, and yeah, can add our logo Rema to remember. Okay, to it. Yeah, just add it here. Okay, just add it here. Woo, this is cool, this is cool. So I will stop here for now. Okay, we can go ahead and add the social media handles and what have you. But I'll stop here for now so that's not too long. But this is basically how you can integrate AI with your Photoshop design. You understand, to create really nice Photoshop content. So thank you so much for watching.